Nina Lynn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, she got herself into some more shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened, but well, I do know who Nina Lynn is. If y'all don't know who Nina Lynn is, she is a streamer who came up. She was on the Drewski show and all that. She's known for beating on her little brother and shit like that. But we got ourselves genuinely, how is she not banned on Twitch? Apparently she got unbanned from Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But we got ourselves, Nina Lynn is allergic to accountability. Yeah, man, let's see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on, man. Let's see what's going on. How could it get worse, bro?
Last October, there was a lot of instances that happened with our group member, Nina.
Yo, you might be fucking retarded, bro. Are you good in the head? Take it off.
Oh, bro.
Hey, yo, cut the cameras, cut the cameras.
The fact that she did not get permanently banned from this shit is crazy. Yo, Dan Clancy, bro. Do you really think Nina Lynn's gonna let you smash, nigga? Like, come on, bro.
Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit.
Like, come on, bro.
One of the things that made it hard for us to continue as a group was that it always had to be her way. And it would always be, well, I'm gonna do with me. Time and time again, like, hey, we are trying to hold what we thought was a friend accountable, and that friend says we're not being friends because we're trying to hold them accountable.
Well, I darn near.
Wow. So she's a narcissist.
Forgot about Nina Lynn, but it seems
I did too. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget about her.
as though the rain is continuing to pour on her. Just a year ago, she seemed to have one of the most bubbling and bright careers in the new streaming era. Collaborations with Agent, appearances on Streamer University, connections with the FaZe guys, and she had a consistent group channel, 03, that was actually doing very, very well.
I had no idea about this. You know what I mean? She was also on the she was on the Drewski show. She was on the Could Have Been Love shit. Y'all remember, bro?
With some very, very prominent members. But within a year, all of that went away, and it was due to one thing and one thing only: her inability to hold herself accountable for her actions, apologize, do the work, and ultimately move on. So when her group decided to put out a video talking about how they decided to part ways from her, I thought it would be a perfect time to teach the lesson that you cannot escape your digital footprint. And at the end of the day,
hey, look. What people have escaped their digital footprint? You got ISO Speed. That nigga was saying doing some crazy fucking shit. I'm not gonna lie, but he escaped that shit, and now he got the best PR of all fucking time, bro. Neon, nah, he can't escape his shit. He's a fucking bitch. Shit. I can't really think of that many. There's probably more people up there who have like terrible digital footprint that got out of it, but like, dude. Nina Lynn is so cooked, bro.
Ability trumps all. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna hold you guys accountable. You're consuming content from me. The least you can do is click that little subscribe button down below. It will go a long, long way for this community. Now, back into the video. Like I said, Nina Lynn had a sweet deal. Most content creators have to come up by themselves, build their own audience, build their own brand. And not taking it away from her, she did that in her own regards. But she quickly was able to team up with two very solid YouTubers, Jimmy Zhang, who has 1 million subscribers, and Edward So, who basically has 1 million subscribers, in order to create a group channel called 03. They would do IRL lifestyle content.
I never heard of this channel before. I didn't know they had a group channel. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, bro.
Dating style challenges, the typical 20v1 AMP-esque videos. And this, coupled along with her appearances with people like Fan or Wendy Ortiz, meant that Nina Lynn pretty much had a...
I didn't know she did collab with like Pokimane and all too. You know what I'm saying, too?
Fast track to being one of the biggest names in not just streaming, but content creation as a whole. I think one very underrated thing about Nina is her background. I'm talking about her ethnicity, nationality, and her race. She was going to be somebody who was going to be able to resonate with a whole Eastern culture that those in the United States could not do. In fact, she acted as some sort of medium / translator for content creators in the past because they needed her to basically gain access to that whole culture that has billions of people in it. But instead of nurturing this opportunity that she had, Nina ultimately squandered it. Over the past year, Nina Lynn has been in controversy after controversy.
It's crazy what a lot of makeup can do to you, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. The trans from like without makeup and with makeup, she like a completely different person.
Controversy after controversy after controversy. And
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. This shit was so cringe, bro. This shit was so cringe, bro.
I'm not gonna go into super depth about it. I've made plenty of videos, whether it be her just being a general nuisance at a nail salon, her in this kleptomania that she just has in her body, and definitely the Saeed situation where she not only participated in the
Oh my god,
essay,
dude.
but also
Oh my
then
god,
went on to
dude.
deny the essay over and over and over and over and over again. Now, off top, controversy isn't something that is like career ending. We've seen different content
True.
creators go through many different controversies, some that I would say are way worse than what Nina even went through, but have ultimately bounced back from those things. They've then gone on to have bigger, better, greater careers than even before they were in said controversy. But if I had to say the one thing that would define
Wait, didn't PewDiePie like wait, hold on. Did PewDiePie like get caught like watching porn or some shit like that in one of his videos, or like he said some like racist shit? Nah, bro.
if you are going
Nah,
to
bro.
bounce back and then bounce up out of this atmosphere or bounce up.
I don't know if that's true, the racist part, but I did hear. I didn't watch PewDiePie like that. I never watched him, honestly. I like Markiplier.
And then
Markiplier's better.
bounce down through the floor when it comes to being a controversial figure is one thing and one thing alone, and that's accountability for your actions.
Nina, you somebody, Nina, you shoplifted. Can we tone it down? All of that just like in one ear out the other. Hey, maybe it's not okay to do that to a mom who's out in the salon or whatever. Maybe it's not okay to do that at Target. Maybe it's not okay to do that to a taxi driver. There's a lot of things that weren't okay, and it would always be, well, I'm gonna do me. Time and time again, like, hey, we are trying to hold what we thought was a friend accountable, and that friend says we're not being friends because we're trying to hold them accountable.
Brown
That thought process is to say, like, hey, like, you're not my friend because I know I did some fucked up shit, but you're supposed to have my back, bro. Like, I know I sexually assaulted someone, but like, you're supposed to defend me, bro. You're my friend. Like, that's not how that fucking works,
White
dumbass.
Sugar was involved in this coding because they kept it pretty straightforward. Nina Lynn is somebody that we don't have the same values, morals, and principles as, and therefore we are going to go ahead and sever ties with her. According to the two other members of the group 03, Nina Lynn constantly wanted to do things her way, was the loudest one in every single argument. She struggled to see other people's perspectives, and they could not come to an agreement on
Are her and Fan still friends?
what they stood for. In other words, it wasn't just one mistake, but it was the problem as to how she handled every single mistake. Shameless plug, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record every single time I say this, but you know, some people don't know that I did these things in my past, and also I like to give my real world experience as to how things go on behind the scenes. But I did work for a big group, one of the biggest groups on the internet right now. I'll give you a little bit of secret. It's 3 letters. It
AMP
features 6 guys. AMP. And I also have a current podcast, which is essentially a group channel as well, where I have 2 other co-hosts. And I'm here to tell you that the behind the scenes things that 03 said that they struggled with Nina Lynn are things that happen in every single group. There's constantly going to be bickering. There's going to be people who are super creative trying to come to one conclusion, and somebody's going to be very loud in the conversation as to why their POV is the better one.
But Nina Lynn, I can tell Nina Lynn a little different because she's a narcissist. Like 100%, she is a fucking narcissist, bro.
Way to go in this particular time. And as far as vision goes, hell, life changes those things. So oftentimes people aren't aligned as to what they're gonna do in the next year, 2 years, or hell, 6 months even. But at the end of the day, the reason why AMP is still around, my podcast, the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast is still around, the Sidemen are still around, or any other group content is still around, is because accountability and compromise are something that continuously happen.
Oh my fucking god, dude, stop showing this fucking clip on my screen.
Those organizations, and I don't even have to be a part of them to know that. So if I think the thumbnail needs to be red and my podcast may be So Stinks the Podcast needs to be blue, ultimately somebody needs to come to a compromise, and it can't always be my way or the highway. Otherwise,
or do both, do red and blue. Fuck it, do red and blue. Why did I push that button? I should have hit this button. That's what I should have did. What the fuck is wrong with me?
It's not a group channel. It's somebody's solo project.
I gotta upgrade my little button shit right here. I gotta upgrade all this, bro.
with some reoccurring castmates. And if you're gonna do that, gang, then I might as well stay on my own damn platform and do whatever I want to do. No, that's just the surface level stuff. There's also the fact that there's an accountability issue every time that Nina Lynn gets into some sort of scandal. Here's the truth about the internet. Creators can survive just about anything, any situation, any sorts of adversity, any bad problems, as long as they are self-aware about how they participated in that action. We've seen public mistakes, bad behavior, bad tweets, scandals.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And on and
Stop showing me that fucking clip.
Hell, I even think it's a problem
Holy
in today's
shit.
society that we are so forgiving, but that's just the reality of what it is. But the
It's just so cringe, bro.
problem is when faced with those things that I just mentioned, if you're arrogant and your ego is forthcoming in all of these situations, then you're not gonna have a bunch of fans who will support you going forward. And these are some of the criticisms of Nina Lynn as told by others. She dismisses backlash, she calls critics soft, she refuses to apologize, and oftentimes she doubles down in said behavior.
I be holding Ron accountable for shit. I be holding Adapt accountable for shit. They be holding me accountable for shit as a group.
Oh, they kicked her out. They kicked her out. Oh, shit. They kicked her out from O3. You gotta be careful, though. Because, like, these captions and shit, they be a little wonky. What the fuck is wrong with my mouse? What the fuck is we
We
doing?
gotta come together, hold each other accountable. And sometimes you're not always right, man. And selfish people in a group will never work out, man. Facts.
You would never see me in a car with Jason Lewine, I promise.
I get that. You beef with him too?
No, he beef with me. I don't beef with him. Because everyone's bitch made.
Ain't nobody beefing with you, though. Ain't nobody beefing with you, though. Ain't nobody fucking care, bro. No, nobody's beefing with you. What you talking about? Jason and we don't give a fuck about you, nigga.
Hey, what do you want me to do? You bitch made it is what it is, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't lie.
Stuff like that is where the controversy stops being entertaining and starts becoming exhausting. When you start to be known for things like that, then ultimately people are gonna want to move away from you. They're not gonna want to hang out with you. Not only because they're
And they shouldn't hang out with you. Because, you know. That's why when Ray brought her on, bro, like, look, Ray, he's still learning, right? Like, he's still learning, right? He learned, right? You know. But it's just like, don't bring her on again. You know, a lot of these other content creators, like, I was surprised, like, some of these other content creators brought her on too. It's like, once a content creator does shit like that, some crazy shit, and they don't know how to take accountability, you just can't bring them around you, because it's like, that shit you could end up in a situation with them. You could go, like, maybe I'm streaming with somebody who's a narcissist, and they start some bullshit with somebody. They don't take accountability or whatever, right? Like, you know, like, it's just, you just gotta know when to, like, oh, like, maybe it's better for my best interest to step back. You know what I mean? Stay away from her. You know, that's just, you know, like, you know, I don't know. It's crazy, man. I mean, me personally, I could never hang out with a nigga like Lila in. And I don't need to start no beef to fucking have that fucking statement. Like, it's just common sense. That's what's best for me and for my audience, to stay away from toxicity.
Community has issue with you. You know, people don't like to continuously see these arrogant people, you know, be content creators, et cetera, especially because a lot of these content creators are fan funded in the first place. Like, the subscriptions and the watch time is all done by fans. Why would I want to watch somebody who is some sort of arrogant asshole? But also other content creators will move away from you because you're
Well, you're gonna have a bunch of incels that are gonna watch her, so.
annoying, and the fan perspective is just lost. You slowly start to burn those bridges over time. And then it becomes a sort of situation where people start to feel like they are guilty by association. And honestly, I think that that's a fair and valid criticism. I know that there's been some conversation about that this past weekend, about hanging out with streamers who do controversial things as somebody who is a non-controversial streamer.
And Adam Ross will be the type of nigga to bring Neil Lynn on kick, bro. He would. I mean, just look at Neon and fucking Cheezer. The fuck?
But ultimately, people are going to start questioning who you align with as a content creator. If you're a controversial streamer and you keep going wild and you keep going crazy, somebody who is just a simple desktop reactor who is, you know, pretty nonchalant and chill is not going to want to be seen with you. Because if they are seen with you, audiences
True.
are going to start to speculate and question
Bro, what the fuck
where
is
your
this, bro?
values lie. This conversation to me isn't about shoplifting or arguments or viral clips or, you know, just the other outrageous and controversial things that people say. Everybody on the internet is not perfect. Hell, I do wild stuff, you know, from time to time. But at the end of the day, if you can acknowledge where you mess up, apologize for the things that you say, and then look to grow afterwards, then I think that everybody's okay with you being a simple human being. But if you double and triple down on those things, gaslight people, and then ultimately shit on not only just your fan base, but the other fan bases around you, that's when people have a problem. Now, do I think that this is the end of Nina Lynn? Absolutely not. Maybe
Oh,
for
nah.
videos on this channel, unless she does some of the most absolute insane shit in the world, then of course I'm gonna get it off. I got a wedding to pay for. But I think even greater than her losing a couple of different fans or the commentators POV where they're giving video.
If anything, she's just gonna lose like collabs and shit like that. The bet, I mean, technically she'll never fall off because all she'll have to do is just go to Aiden Ross, bro. He'll take you. He'll take anybody. Aiden Ross will take anybody, bro. White supremacist, racist, incels. I was gonna say the COON words, basically just black people who sell out to white people, that kind of shit. He'll take anybody, bro. He'll take anybody.
For Nina Lynn, I think she's losing something that is much more detrimental. That network that she had, the one that allowed her to go to these big and major events and be broadcasted to a much wider audience. Nina Lynn got something that people begged for, an opportunity, a chance, a platform, and a network that afforded her endless opportunities in the
Mind you, this is a girl who openly admitted that she abused her little brother for like 8 years or like 8 years or 8 years or some shit like that, bro. So I don't know. I don't know, bro.
content creation field. And she squandered it because she couldn't take accountability for clear mistakes that she had done in her past. And I hope that this serves as some sort of lesson for any other content creators going forward. The internet is very, very, very forgiving, but you have to be willing to do something for that forgiveness and not be a dickhead and an ass.
Her career's cooked, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, like I said, bro, I think the best thing for her to do is just go to Kick, bro. Start taking them contracts from Aiden Ross, bro. He got you, bro. He'll take anybody, bro. Them niggas will take anybody, but, you know, I hope you have a good breakfast, a good dinner, and good night, man. Love y'all, man. Peace.